Hello, everyone. It is MG, the Reimagined Strategist, and welcome to a pop-up edition of the Reimagine You Lab Podcast. And as always, there's some amazing guests that are joining me today. And you're asking, pop-up? What's up with the pop-up, MG? Well, we are preparing for the Kept Woman of God Conference 2024. Yes, Kept Woman of God, Kansas City, Missouri. It is going down April the 5th and the 6th. And I have in the lab with me today the visionary, the author, the speaker, that girl next door, Rochinda Pickens, is in the building or in the lab. Rochinda, hello. How are you today? Hey.
Hello. Hi.
And
I'm here.
I am so glad that you are here. And listen, because you here, the Kept Woman of God Conference is coming, and you got some friends. Like, I'm meeting new friends with you today. Ronalda Sullivan, all the way from Maryland, is coming in. Ronalda, welcome to the lab.
Hey, I'm so glad to be here with y'all. I've been looking forward to this for such a long time. Thank you, Rochinda. Thank you, Michelle. I'm so happy to be here. So thank y'all for inviting me here to talk on this pop-up.
Yes, I am so glad.
Thank you.
Listen, it is a blessing, first of all, to even be a part of the Kept Woman of God Conference and the experience and what Rochinda has been doing with this. But before we dive in, because you guys know it don't take much to get me going. Like, this energy just jumps on the train and starts moving along the track. But my audience knows that we have got to go beyond the bios every time we come into the lab. So, Chinda, we are going to start with you. If you don't mind, my dear, give them a little bit of background about who you are, what you do, who you be, and how you flow. Do you mind?
Do I mind? Hey, y'all. I am Rochinda Pickens. I'm the CEO and the founder of Kept Woman of God Ministry. I'm the girl next door. I'm the woman in the grocery store talking to everybody all the time. I am a wife. I am a vessel being used by God. I am a mother of 3 grown children, and I am a nana to 3 amazing grandbabies. I am an author. I am a visionary. I am just that ordinary girl that's just trying to continue to, I'm not even going to say trying. That is a light serving the Lord. And I am also, did I mention that I'm the CEO and the founder of Kept Woman of God Ministry? Did I mention that? Yeah. But it is an honor to be here, Michelle. And I'm excited. I'm excited for what God has for us in this new season. So I'm just little old me.
Well, welcome, little old you. We're glad to have you here. Welcome. And Miss Ronalda Sullivan, give them a little bit of who you are, my dear.
Hey, y'all. I'm Ronalda Sullivan, founder and CEO of Dream Differently. I'm so excited to be here having this conversation with my round the way girls. Beyond the bio, I'm just a regular sis. I'm a regular friend. I'm the confidant. I'm the one who you can call, you can talk to, you can vent to, you can cry on her shoulder. I absolutely love what I do. I am a life coach, motivating women to dream differently. And sometimes when you say dream, what does that mean? Dream differently. We got a vision for our life, but sometimes life changes. Disappointments come. So we got to dream differently. So that's what I do. I help you navigate that life change, and we all dream differently together. So I'm so happy to be here with you guys.
Amen. Well, I am so glad that you ladies are here, and this is a pop-up podcast because, the conference is coming. And what is this Kept Woman of God Conference? Because there are a few that may not know. And so, Rochinda, we want to talk about that a little bit because for those who don't know, we just want to share a little bit about how you got started, where the conference came from, because this is the 9th year, and year
Yeah.
10 is going to be off the
Whew.
hook. But before we get there, year 9 is
Yeah.
it's gonna be amazing too. So talk a little bit about where you got started, because from what I understand, it was a Bible studies first.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. And it is interesting. Kept Woman to God, we started doing Bible study, and we had just started a new church, Renaissance United Methodist Church. And I remember being asked if I would host a Bible study. And I was like, yeah, I'll host a Bible study. And I called it Kept Woman of God. But what I would do is I would host this Bible study at my boutique. And the reason I was hosting it at the boutique is because I wanted everybody to be able to feel comfortable, because not everybody is ready to walk into the church. And so I would host it on a regular basis. But Kept Woman of God was birthed from tragedy. So before I even got to the Bible study, I had went through tragedy of losing my late husband. And God broke me all the way down and built me right back up. And I knew that if I had been walking around broken, I knew that there were other women just like me. And so I remember praying and surrendering and asking, Lord, use me. Whatever you have for me to do, I will go and I will do it. And so Kept Woman of God was birthed April of 2016. I shared my testimony, and I think we had like 159 women that showed up.
Yeah.
I had no idea what God had planned for me. All I knew was I was sharing my story to let women know that there was life after death, but they really had to understand who their God was and why God was keeping them. And so basically, I titled it Kept Woman of God, because a kept woman of God and a kept woman, we look the same.
Yeah.
And for years, I was a kept woman, kept by men, kept by stuff, kept by my husband, kept by a little bit of everything. And when God broke me all the way down, he built me right back up. And he said, I want you to show up. I want you to show these women that kept woman and a kept woman of God look the exact same. But the kept woman of God on the inside is clean, and she is a light for the Lord. And so I've been on this journey for quite a while. So for me to be from 2016 to all of a sudden we now 2024, from a Bible study that started with 6 of us to put it on a vision board, to now being able to host a conference with over 300 women through COVID, and we still going and we still excited.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I'm just saying,
amazing.
Lord, really?
Right.
Really? And he's like, remember you surrendered. Remember you said yes.
Yeah. And
So
you
that's
know what?
just a short story of it.
No, I love that. And it's perfect because not only have you evolved, and you've grown, but you have touched women in multiple places and locations, because when we're talking to a Ronalda Sullivan, who is going to be one of your featured speakers, and she talks about dreaming differently, Rochinda, sounds like Rochinda had to dream differently, right? Like there was a point in time where you was kept by men and things and all that stuff, and now being under the understanding of being kept by God, you dream differently and it looks different now, and you've got featured speaker coming in. So Ronalda Sullivan, girl, jump in here and tell us, what can we expect from you? Like that don't tell us
Yes,
everything, but just give us a glimpse,
just a
possibly.
glimpse.
Well, first of all, I want to circle back to what Rochinda just said,
Yeah.
because what it means to dream differently is all about the surrender.
Yeah.
All about the surrender. I'll
It,
go more into that at the conference, but the key is surrender,
Yeah.
because you don't even begin to dream differently if you're not willing to surrender. And to
right.
surrender to what? You'll learn more about that at the conference. What are you surrendering to?
Yeah.
You got to be surrendering to the right thing, because you don't even begin to dream differently if you're not surrendering to the right thing. And I'm
Right.
so glad that Rochinda talked about surrender, answering what God asked her to do. Because so many times when we have to dream differently, it's all about what God is asking us to do, not our dream for our life.
Right.
Yeah.
Not our dream for our life. The biggest surrender comes for what is God's dream for my life. And we need to talk about what, because our dream for our life looks like one thing, but God's dream for our life can blow our mind.
Right.
Yeah.
When Rochinda just talked about what God told her to do and how 9 years, 10 years later, what she's about to do and what she's doing and the lives that she's touched, that's all about the surrender.
Yeah.
And so we will talk so much more about that and how Dream Differently came to be through surrender. But the key is surrender, because that is how we get to the dream. And I'm so excited to be in this space to talk to women about that, because what we don't do is we're busy navigating life based on what we want. We're busy navigating life just based on what we think is best for us. And it is never about what's best for us, because we don't even begin to do what we need to do in the kingdom if we're focused on us.
Yeah.
And so I'm so excited.
That was a mouthful, Ronalda.
I'm
That
so
was a
excited.
mouthful.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited to talk to women about that and to encourage them and to really tell them what it truly means to dream differently, and to get into a little bit of my story then about how I got to dream differently, because you'll be surprised, real surprised.
Yeah.
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 I'm excited. I'm like, you know, and you said like surrender it really is a trip, because a lot of times we don't realize we're afraid. We're afraid. It's like, you want me to surrender up this stuff that I've been so comfortable with doing? But when you're following Jesus Christ and he tells you this is what you need to do, you don't sit back and say, oh no. It's like, okay, here it is. And when you do that, he puts you right out there, and you're not even covered with nothing. Ooh. But you know you covered with God. Ooh. And when God covers us, we like, let me show up. Let me show up.
But let's just keep it and let's just keep it real though, because surrender is so scary.
Yeah, it is.
Let me tell you, when I had to surrender, I had to make one of the scariest decisions of my life, to surrender.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, people think that, you know, when you say surrender and God's got me and God's got me and it's going to be, ma'am, listen.
Right.
I surrendered, had to surrender, didn't have a choice but to surrender, because I said yes to God. But let me tell you about the fear.
Yeah.
The fear that comes with all of that. The fear that when you got to make a choice, like I'm choosing my faith or I'm choosing my fear. I got to choose my faith over the fear. But God, that listen. So I'm excited to talk more about that. Excited to encourage women and to really share what that looks like, because no, it's not going to be easy. But to know that God's got me every step of the way when I made the choice, that's when you have to figure out, I got to navigate this disruption. I got to navigate this disappointment. But at the same time, God, you want me to surrender? How am I going to balance the two? But then navigating all of that, God says, you know what? That's how you dream differently, because it's not going to be the same. It's supposed to be different.
Yeah. You know what? I think that's so important too, because you're gonna have to make a decision. You're gonna have to choose. Something's getting chosen. The fear or the faith. Whether you make a decision or not, because even if you don't make a decision, it's making a decision.
Absolutely.
Right? So it's better for you to choose it versus it just being a choice made. You know what I mean? Like you have to choose it.
Absolutely. So, no decision is a decision.
Exactly. Exactly. And the thing about it is, you're going to look like your decision.
See? That right there. That's a t-shirt.
This is what decision looks like.
Right.
Chosen, capable, and called.
I'm telling you, you know. And so that's the thing. So So those of you who are listening in right now, like this is a part of what that being a kept woman of God is about, what the conference is about, why we invite you to come on in and to like we are reassuring you.
Yeah.
Like that's why Ronalda's coming in. This is why this was the birthplace of what God has given Rochinda to do in creating this community and this opportunity each year to invite you to come and be a part of it so that you can get what it is that you need, so that you can go to the places and do the things and make the choices and dream differently like God has called you to.
Mhm.
That's why we all coming. Like it's gonna be
Absolutely.
Yeah.
good. It's gonna be amazing.
Ooh.
It's gonna be an amazing time. Rochinda and or
Mhm.
Ronalda, talk to me a little bit about, like what would you say? What would you tell a young lady who's listening in today, when they're, kind of, sometimes we just, we hem and haw.
Yeah.
We like, oh girl, listen, I want to, but it's a Friday night, Saturday. I done got through the work week, and I don't know, I don't know, I'm gonna just sit on the couch and chill for the weekend.
Listen.
This you make an investment in you. Somebody
Oh,
talk
Mhm.
to me.
Okay.
absolutely. Listen. So, and Rochinda's gonna she's gonna talk more about. I just want to say this to the woman who's listening.
Mhm.
Transparent conversations, authentic conversations are what get us from where we are to where we want to be. And this is going to be, I believe, because I've heard so many things about Rochinda's conferences, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to experience it live and in color myself, because I've already heard about the comfortable conversations we're going to have. I've already heard about the space of environment. She's going to tell you more about our theme and
Mhm.
why she chose the theme. But listen, I would just encourage you to come. Bring yourself, bring your friends, come and be prepared, I believe, to receive something that you've never received before in an environment where you can just be yourself.
Mhm.
Because women are going to laugh together. We're probably going to cry together. We're going to pray together. We're probably going to do all of those things, because I believe that that's when change happens. Whenever we're able to be in an environment where we can be our true, authentic selves, where we can cry and where we can laugh and where we can listen and where we can be empowered and inspired, so many journeys are going to be shared. I cannot wait to share mine, because my journey to dream differently is one you need to hear.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And and I would look. I'm looking into the eyes of the sisters that are out here listening, and I would tell you, you are chosen, you are capable, and you are called. Therefore, you cannot afford to not be in the house on April the 5th and the 6th, because your life will be transformed. You will walk away with sisters that are going to help you navigate, because you are capable. And once you realize you are capable, you will have the tools that you need. So, I want you to join us. I want you to come prepared to embrace that breakdown so you can be prepared for your breakthrough.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah. It's gonna be a blessing. It
Eh,
really is. Like there are a few places that you can go,
mhm,
be completely open, be completely embraced, be get what it is that you need, experience, a community of women. There's no competition, there's only collaboration, there's
mhm.
only opportunity for growth. Like that's what
Yeah,
everybody's coming with. Their expectation is just to grow, like for you to have what it is that you need. How can we help you get what it is that you need? And
right.
what you need is in the room. I'm sure that
Mhm.
that it's going to be in the room. It's going to
Mhm.
be there for you. So
Oh yeah.
It's a good place to be. I
Mhm.
promise you, you're gonna be
I'm
blessed.
excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be
It's
good.
like I'm like, oh, we're talking about within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
Yes.
you know, it's a different place that I'm in this year.
Yeah.
And like I was sharing with you before, it's gonna be good because when you've been in that space before
Hmm.
and you're like, Lord, I remember when I was right here and you moved me to this level, and now I'm right here again. And I'm
Hmm.
sitting there like, you're blowing my mind.
Yeah.
And with Ronalda, dreaming differently,
Mhm.
Hmm.
you know, all
Yeah.
of the women that are
Yeah.
a part of Kept Woman of God. And like you said, this is not competition. This is collaboration. This
Yeah.
Mhm.
is collaborating for God's glory,
Mhm.
for us to
Yeah.
stand in our authentic self,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
because it's so many women just like us. And when we show up at our best,
Hmm.
being all that God created us to be, you will
Mhm.
be amazed. The
Mm.
women are like, wow, she's just like me. She's going
Absolutely.
through, she's going through, she's been through what I'm going through now. And
Hmm.
so I want the women, when they leave with some substance.
Mm.
They leave
Yeah.
knowing that they have the light so they can move forward in this dark world, and they
Mhm.
don't have to do it by themselves. So every woman that I selected, I prayed about it strategically about who was going to be those women to pour into my sisters
Mhm.
and give it their all because of the life they had lived, the light that they has been carrying. And it's not
Mhm.
about a conference. I say this. I said it's not about an event. It's not a moment. It's a lifestyle.
Mhm.
These
Yeah.
are women that are living out this walk.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
as long as we continue to live out this walk day to day, our sisters will realize, no, this is not just about a show. This is the inside job. This is a heart condition. And this is a
Mhm.
Yeah.
heart condition that all of these sisters here are. It's kind of like you going into an operating room, like we're in the lab right now. And
Yeah.
look, y'all know I go off in left field, but we are actually all going to be pulled together, and God is going to be the orchestrator.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's giving each of us this and this and this. He's like, now y'all put it together. And now I want you to go out there and I want you to operate on these sisters,
Mhm. Mhm.
because I'm the chief. So you already know they gonna be healed. But I need
Yeah.
you to give them what they need so we can
Yeah.
sew it up. You know how you go and operate and they sew it up and they're like,
Right.
okay, now you're ready.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm just like,
Yeah.
Lord, really? I remember that surrender. I didn't know
Mhm.
what I surrendered to. I just said, yes, Lord, use me. I didn't say use me for this,
Mhm.
this. I wasn't specific. I said, your Lord, use me. Wherever
Hmm.
you send me, I will go. And sometimes, baby, I'm like, you want me to do what? He's like, yeah. But can some folks come with me? He said, absolutely. Because what I want you to do, you can't do it by yourself. So
Yeah.
that's why
Right.
Kept Woman of God is about all of us reaching women and building the kingdom. And it's outside of the walls, it's not in a building. So I'm excited.
Yeah. It's gonna be a
And
blessing.
Michelle, look, Michelle's the co-host.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
We're having fun. You know what? And
I'm sorry.
it's growth. When I
Mhm,
think about even, all the things that God has called me to do, it's all
mhm.
about it's growth.
Yeah.
It is helping those who want to,
Mhm,
reimagine what their lives look like. It is
Mhm.
growing. It is okay. You know what? You ready to do that next thing? Let's
mhm.
create the roadmap so that you can get there.
Right.
And
Mhm.
once we create that roadmap to get there, and you're there, you hit that next milestone, then okay, it's doable. And you see
Yeah.
that come to fruition and you hit that goal. And it's like, wow, I was able to do that, and being able to see people, achieve the things that they want to achieve and know that it's doable. And they're like, oh my gosh, the
Hmm.
Lord helped me do that. I was
Yeah.
able to do that. He gave me the vision to be able to do that. We made that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that you said that. And what really resonates with me, Michelle, is
Yeah.
first of all, the fact that you used a beautiful word that I use all the time, and that's reimagine.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And to see that you call yourself the reimagined strategist. What's so amazing about that is people don't even realize that you don't even begin to get to dream differently if you don't reimagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the reimagine part is reimagine what? Reimagine your right now. Like
Yes.
Yeah.
reimagine your reality. Reimagine your life.
Yeah.
Because once you reimagine that, then you can embrace a different dream. Because a lot of times
Hmm.
Hmm.
we're so stuck in where we are or what has happened in the past
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
we can't even move past that to get to something new. We don't even
Right.
reimagine what that looks like.
Yeah.
And so when you reimagine your reality, when you reimagine your life, that's
Hmm.
when you can be open to a
Yeah.
different dream.
Right.
That's when you can embrace, that's when you can surrender. So I'm just so excited. I hope the women come empty so that they can be filled up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so excited that we
Hmm.
can be in this space where we can be ourselves and admit that there have been times when we have been empty
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
we needed to come to spaces to get ourselves refilled.
Hmm.
We
Absolutely.
need to be in a space where other women are feeling the same way that we're feeling so that we
Right.
all can encourage each other.
Hmm.
Yes.
And I'm so excited to be in this space because I know that Rochinda and I have been in spaces where we have embraced what it meant to fill each
Yeah.
other up and
Yeah.
Yes.
encourage each other and empower and inspire and walking away with the tears, wiping away the tears and embracing the
Hmm.
laughter and all of the things. And
Yes.
so I know that this conference, this Kept Women of God experience, is going to be just that, an unforgettable experience. And so I'm just so
Yeah.
excited to encourage you all to reimagine.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That's what we
Whew.
do. All right. Well, ladies, this has been a blessing. And I am so looking forward to seeing and being with you both and all of the women that are going to be there. I'm
Hmm.
looking forward to hanging out, enjoying the company of the conversations on the couch, the being poured into, pouring out. It's going to be a blessing. So,
Yeah.
you know what? And we are look, we overtime, but that's all right. It's all right. It's gonna be a glorious time. And so, ladies, before we close out, let's just give them one last invitation to come and join us. So, Ronaldo, I'm gonna hand it to you. Then Chinda, I'm gonna hand it to you. Then I'm gonna close it down, and we're gonna see everybody at the conference. So, Ronaldo, final words.
Ladies, I am in Maryland. Have never been to Kansas City. Got the invitation to go to Kansas to come to Kansas City. I'm originally from Michigan, and I said, "Okay, Lord Jesus, it could be a little bit cold and chilly out there, but I know that I am going to embrace all of that warmth and the love of the women in the room." So what I will say is I'm excited to be in Kansas City the 5th and the 6th of April, that weekend, to love on, empower, be inspired, be empowered, and to encourage women to learn how to surrender and what it means to dream differently, because it's all about the surrender. Once you embrace what that means, you can embrace the path that God has for you. So I'm excited to be there. Cannot wait to love on y'all in the room. So come to Kansas City, be at the place, be at the conference, and the Kept Women of God will inspire and empower you. So I can't wait to see you there.
Chinda.
And what I'm going to leave you all with is, oh, okay. You back? I'm gonna leave you all with I'm excited that you said yes, to yourself of attending the Kept Woman of God conference April the 5th and the 6th. And we're going to meet you there because we already know that you're going to be in the room because you know you are chosen, capable, and called.
All right. Well, with that, I look forward to seeing every lady in the place. It's going to be a beautiful time. Come. It's going to be a wonderful community. We look forward to seeing all of you there. This is MG, the Reimagined Strategist, and I will see you on another episode of the Reimagine You Lab Podcast. God bless you. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.